bring the saturation up. Forgot about that. Just think that would be obvious, right? So now I brought the saturation way up, and now I've got this really nice crimson color in the background. That looks pretty cool right there. All right, guys, so I want to show you today how to use just a portrait taken on a gray background and change that gray background into, virtually any color that you want just in Lightroom. And this is very useful. Say, you've seen the studios, you go into the studio or you see them on YouTube and you've got all these rolls of different color backdrop paper that are on the walls, and I get kind of envious that where do they get all these colors? Because they're expensive. Where they get all these colors from, that must have been pretty expensive. So you go out and you look at, say, Autorama. That's where I like to shop. And, they got different colors that you can, pick. You got the blue and canary, and there's evergreen. And wouldn't it be nice to have all these colors? Well, not all of us have an endless amount of money. This paper is expensive. I mean, that's just the cost by itself. This is the 86-inch wide by 36 feet long, right? So this can get expensive, what you add on the shipping, and they're really reasonable out here on Adorama. And I do have several colors in my studio. I like to have the colors and get it the way that I want it in camera, right? But if you don't have the resources to spend money and get all these background colors, get like a studio gray color backdrop, which is pretty much what I'm shooting on here. And you can change that gray background in Lightroom and post editing to, I'm not going to say all the colors, but you can change it to many different colors. You'll be surprised. Do me a favor, give this a like, subscribe, leave a comment once you kind of watch it a little bit if you appreciate what you're seeing. I appreciate the likes. It helps with the algorithm and all that, helps the video get seen and more reach. So I really appreciate that. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is select the background, because that is what I want to change the color of. I don't want to change the color of her. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to come up here to masking and click on that little gear there, and I'm going to choose background. And just like that, it did a really good job of just selecting the background. So first thing you probably want to go to is the hue, right? That you see the colors there, and we can start dragging that slider around. I'm going to show you some other sliders here that will affect the tones that you're able to get, though. You can get additional tones by playing around with some of these other sliders. But let's start with the hue. I'm not using fine adjustment. That'll give you, if you use fine adjustment, it's going to drag the slider, quite a bit slower, and you're really going to be able to get in there and fine tune the color that you're working with. I'm going to turn that off because I just want to see what happens when I start moving these sliders one way or the other, right? So I'm at 0, so right off the bat, let's go to the right. And you can see I'm getting sort of a plum purple kind of color there. I'll keep going. Sort of a, I don't know, not much there. So got just sort of a purplish kind of color. It actually looks pretty cool, right? Let's go to the left, and it's turning more green. So I kind of like that. So we got a purple and a green, and that's pretty much, I don't know what that is. It's sort of got a little bit of brown tone in it, but let's try some other sliders. So we've got these two. We're still in the color panel here, right? And the temp is the white balance and the tint. Let's try those. So let's go with the temp first, and let's make it a little warmer. And my purple it was purple, right? I can go this way, and look at that, it's even more purple. So what do we have? Purple and green. So it's still got purple and green, right? So we'll go to the right, green, more green. So not getting it's varying the degree of purple and green that we're able to get, right? So we'll go back to the purple, kind of like that color. And we're back to green. Let's go to oh, wait a minute. Suddenly I have orange. Okay. So you can see the colors that you're getting. You got to watch it here. The mask is not perfect, and I can see some, outline here where you probably might not want to use that. So depending on the colors that you're getting. So kind of I'm just messing with the tint now. Now I got a brown. That's pretty cool. I'll go back with the temp. So we're there at purple. Ooh, now I got a blue. See, I'm just messing around with these sliders, and I like that color blue. That's working really well. Turn off the fine adjustment. Oh, now I'm getting to right there was almost like a crimson-y color. Let's bring the saturation up. Forgot about that. Just think that would be obvious, right? So now I brought the saturation way up, and now I've got this really nice crimson color in the background. That looks pretty cool right there. Let's bring this slider back. Got purple, crimson, blue. See, now we've by just bringing up the saturation, it seems like we increased our color range quite a bit. Look at that. Now I'm going through the whole range of colors. Not the whole range, but you know what I mean. More of a range of colors now. So that's just messing with the hue. Let's bring the temp all the way back this way, and let's go through the range. Right? See, look at that. So we've got some of that range of colors. It's a little, too much. But let's bring the tint back over there, the temp back over there, and the tint back this way all the way. And you can see now I'm getting some other colors. So look at that. I just sort of keeping these at 100 sort of took me to the extremes, right, and gave me some more color options. So I'm actually liking these. This is pretty cool right here. I'm getting some, you got to be careful. Some of these you might not want to use because you see that I can see the mask around there. So some of these are not going to be usable, right? Got to be careful as soon as you get over. Maybe you got to be careful. You start seeing that mask again, but then you get into this crimson color and it's like, wow, it's kind of got purpley there. I'm liking that right there. That's pretty cool. So we're going to leave it at that right there. Thank you guys for hanging in there. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And maybe I'll do a Photoshop version where we can mask out that hair and get, fine tune the mask on the hair so that we can use any color that we want and we don't see the gray in there. Okay. All right, guys, have a good one.